introduce myself.
Yep.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
My name is Doyle Busskohl. I'm the patriarch of the Busskohl family, and most of you know of Steve and Sherry and Dave and Susie. And they are all shareholders in Aero Stage Lines, and they're all, well, there's three of them employed, and how many grandchildren employed? 3, I believe. So anyway, they wanted me to tell a little history of Aero Stage Lines, and many of you have heard it perhaps before, but it was 1928, and my parents had moved down here to Norfolk to a farm that my grandfather owned, and I just happened to be on the outskirts of Norfolk here on the west edge of the Skyview Lake that we have here presently. And it also was the year that I was born, so I've been around as long as the bus company, so I think the bus company has aged a little better than I have, though. But anyway, they have grown and I haven't. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah, it was a bad years back there, as many of you know that know history of the bad years of the 28s and 30s, and therefore my dad they were trying to farm, but all the elements weren't in their favor, so he went out and started driving bus for I believe it was Cornhusker bus line that he ran between here and Grand Island. And one day a guy told him there was a mail route to Sioux City that was being bid on, and he should bid on it, you know. So he did, and he got it, and it was, he could haul the mail. There wasn't that much mail at that time, so he used the 7-passenger Buick vehicle that he ran between Norfolk and Sioux City. So he'd leave here at 7 in the morning, get over to Sioux City, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock, stay there all day and come out of there at 10 o'clock at night, and then get back here at 1 o'clock. And he did that for quite a few years, and then there were people that started asking him to ride along, and they wanted him to pick up packages for them and this sort of thing. And so that's when it kind of it went into the the bus line itself, hauling passengers, etc. But as I grew up, I can remember, I got an old Model A, and I had it down at the garage where we kept the buses, and I started tinkering around with it, and then watching the mechanics there do their valves and all the different things, the carburetors and everything. It was simple to fix. And back then, if you had a problem on the road, you could get it fixed pretty easily. I mean, because it wasn't near as complicated as the vehicles are today. So I started driving. It was a war of years, of course, and I started driving when I was 16. And I shouldn't have been, but there were no drivers. Everybody was in the service, so my dad said I had to drive the bus, and I finally ran into a federal inspector over in Sioux City, and he told me that he didn't want to see me over there anymore. So I didn't drive to Sioux City, but I drove to other places. So anyway, as time evolved, buses got better, roads got better. We had schedules then that ran between Norfolk and Sioux City, and they got up to, there were 3 round trips during the war years, and that was basically what we were doing pretty much. But then we expanded, going down to Fremont and into Lincoln, and eventually into Omaha, and we were kind of in northeast Nebraska. And it was in 1946, my dad and Jack Busskohl formed a partnership, and they ran out of Sioux City, Iowa, basically to O'Neill, and up to Winter, South Dakota, and those areas. But from there, it seemed like we went from the schedules. They were dying out after the war, of course, and the roads were improving, the buses were improving, and it was just a time of of better service, and it was groups that wanted to charter buses, and that's kind of when we got into the charter business, and it's evolved since that. I didn't ever imagine it growing the way it has today, and of course from there we how we've expanded, and we went to Denver, we went to Phoenix, and then we went to, of course, we were in Kansas City prior to that, and then Des Moines and Las Vegas, and we have Grand Island, of course, Lincoln. So we have the Midwest covered pretty well, and we've got some awful good managers. Without good people working for you, they're the ones that make the business. We can own the business and we can make the decisions for many things, but if you don't have good managers and good people working for you, you're not going to succeed. And that's what we've always strived to do, is get good people, and we have in all our locations now. And I'd probably miss one if I tried to name them all. So I know I have Alex over here taking a picture of us, and I wish he were. You'd probably have him over here rather than me, and he could bring you up to date on all the new equipment, because I don't know much about it at all. I can't even start one of them, although tell you about all the new features. So not only that, Alex is better looking and has more hair than I have.
I don't think so.
So he'd be better over here.